Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Want to get on here. I'm out driving around a little bit. It's a cloudy, rainy day. It is sprinkling, and I thought that'd be a great time to kind of let you guys hear the new exhaust. I put a new TRD exhaust on the Tundra here, and I thought it'd be kind of neat to get out and do it in these kind of conditions so that you could see what it sounds like with raindrops hitting the windshield. Now, you might say, well, who cares about that? Well, it'll give you an idea of the level of sound that you can hear inside the cabin based on whether or not you can hear those raindrops. I don't know if you can hear them right now, but they're there. So we're going to do a startup inside the cab. The car, or the truck rather, is pretty warm. I've been driving around for a bit, so it's definitely not a cold start. And this is what you're going to experience. So here we go. Let's start it up. Not too bad. You don't get any kind of giant, loud noise or anything. So good if you're looking for something quiet. Now, let's go ahead and take off. Go ahead and hit reverse. And then we'll drive down the road a bit, give it a little bit of gas, let you guys hear what it really sounds like in here. So here we go. And when all else fails, we hit a stop light. So, give me just a second to talk about it a little bit. I've had it for a few days. And, I had a TRD exhaust on my Crewmax, that I had before, right? So, I have some experience with the TRD exhaust and what it sounds like and all that kind of stuff. And one thing that I will mention, I have the smaller motor in this truck. This is the 4.6 versus the 5.7 that I had in the Crewmax. And I gotta say, from a sound level, and now we're driving, so I'll let you guys listen for just a minute. There you go. And I'm assuming you can hear the raindrops on the windshield, so that'll give you kind of an idea. It's not pouring down rain, but it's a light rain. So anyway, I had a TRD exhaust that I had installed on the Crewmax that I had, and the sound level between the two, even given the smaller motor, it's still a V8. Sounds about the same to me. I don't really notice any big difference as far as sound goes. All right, we're gonna get out on, if I can make this light before it changes, and I can't. So, we will be on a faster road here in a minute without interruption. But anyway, I don't notice any big sound difference between the two. Pretty consistent. If anything, this version on this 4.6 motor versus the 5.7 might even be just a tad bit louder. Now, I don't have them side by side to compare, so I'm just trying to remember, but it just seems to me like this one sounds just a touch, and I mean just a little bit louder, but I don't know. Now, I mentioned this, I think, in an earlier video, and this is the amazing part to me, because for every exhaust that I've ever put on, and I've put on a few, this is probably on different vehicles, probably my fourth or fifth over the years, I'm not sure. But this is the first time that I have ever noticed any kind of a performance change or enhancement to the vehicle due to the change of exhaust. I mean, I haven't done anything else. There is a cold air intake that I've got. By the time this video comes out, that may be already installed, I'm not sure. But I haven't noticed any performance increase on any other vehicle until this one. It's just freaking amazing. And I know I talked about this before, but I gotta say, every time I get in the truck now, it just amazes me how much of a difference there is. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to have a you know, a 0 to 60 in 2.2 second car or truck, you know. But there is a big enough difference that you can feel it. I can feel it, which is just mind-blowing to me because I've never experienced that before. Everybody always talks about it. Oh, you're going to have an increase, blah, blah, blah. And I never have until now. And it's just awesome. So for the money, and I know these mods, you know, the TRD cold air intake, the TRD exhaust, these aren't cheap. I mean, I know that. They do cost a bit. But as comparing it to the Tacoma that I have, which has a TRD cold air intake on it and an MBRP exhaust, I didn't notice anything when I did that. Nothing except the enhanced beauty under the hood. But I didn't notice anything from a performance standpoint. Either way, either with that exhaust or with the addition of the TRD cold air intake. So I'm going to be real curious to see. And I'm thinking about changing out the exhaust on the Tacoma to the TRD exhaust. We'll see. Not sure about that yet. Just to see if I do notice any kind of a change, an enhancement to that vehicle. But that's another story. So, is it worth the money? Is it worth the money? Man, I gotta say, first of all, it's a dual exhaust now. I did get the dual outlet. It's the dual exhaust, dual mufflers, dual everything, dual tips. It's fantastic. The only thing that I wish that it was available in would be a dual exhaust straight out of the back of the truck. The TRD exhaust on the Tundra anyway is out the sides. I really love the look of an exhaust outside or straight back off the truck, but not a big deal. So is it worth the money? Heck yes, it's worth the money for what I'm feeling. Now, one other thing I'm going to say, and I mentioned this before, so I'm not going to dwell on it, is I did not notice this kind of an increase in the Crew Max with the bigger motor, the 5.7. I didn't notice that. Definitely in this truck. It's just freaking awesome. So I know I wanted to get on here and talk about sound and stuff, and that was my intent originally, but every time I get in this truck, it just blows me away at the difference. It's amazing. So yeah, it is worth the money. It's worth the money to me. It would have been worth the money to me even without it, because I wanted the dual exhaust. I wanted that nice brushed or polished stainless or whatever the heck it is they put on the exhaust on this version. I do have the black tips. It just looks too cool, you know. And I love a dual exhaust on a truck. I love a dual exhaust on any vehicle. It's just a thing for me, you know. So it would be worth it to me either way. It's kind of a side benefit, you know, that I actually get at least a perceived performance increase by doing this mod. Well worth the effort, well worth the time. I would do it again in a heartbeat. The sound that I get, back to the sound, the original, you know, point of the video, is awesome. It's a nice throaty sound at throttle. In other words, when you're driving down the road, here, let me give it a little gas for you. I don't know if this iPhone microphone is going to do it justice, but a nice throaty, deep note to it without being obnoxious. You know, I'm really not into obnoxious, loud, droney exhausts, you know. I've had them before. I had one on a Jeep, and that was actually just a muffler. I think it was a Dynaflow muffler or something like that. I don't remember. But it was obnoxiously loud. It was obnoxiously loud from the takeoff, driving down the road, and inside. Of course, the Jeep, it was a soft top, so you can hear everything anyway. But it was obnoxiously loud, and that's not something that I want. It's really not something that I wanted then. Just that's the way it was. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here, talk to you guys a little bit about sound. Hopefully with all of my my rambling about how awesome the performance is on this now, or the power increase, you can get a feel for what the exhaust note is behind my voice. If it were obnoxiously loud, you'd know it from this video, because the mic on iPhone that I have does pick up that kind of stuff pretty well. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think if you have this exhaust. Did you notice any difference? And what motor do you have? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.